Hello and welcome once again to the video. This is another one of my short prediction videos. Just a quick prediction, basically. I'm going very off-piste with this prediction. My previous predictions have all pretty much been based around Mercedes beating Ferrari. But I'm going a little bit, not totally off-piste, but a little bit off-piste with this one. The Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal coming up, a circuit that hasn't really changed since I was a kid. I think the Canadian Grand Prix, it had gone for a while, and then I think it came back in 1987, from what I remember. I think it came back in 1987, didn't it? And yeah, the standout race being 1991, of course, and Mansell's car conking out just a few corners before the end of what would have been a very much so needed win for the championship. Oh dear. I often make reference to, when this time of year comes around, I often make reference to the 1991 terror, basically. Anyway, so it's a circuit that's not really changed that much in all those years. And that's what makes it enjoyable to watch. It's the same as Imola, which hasn't changed all that much. There's been a few tweaks, of course, especially after Senna's death. The Tamburello, it was at the Tamburello, wasn't it? Senna's death, I think. Yeah, they made some changes, put in a chicane there and things like that. But basically, Imola stayed the same. Monza, it's very similar. Montreal is one of those that hasn't changed at all. Monaco, very similar. Hungary. Anyway, yeah, so I like Montreal for that reason, because it just takes me back to when I was a kid watching it. Okay, so my prediction. Let's dive in, shall we? I'm going to go with number one, obviously. Now, first of all, put that in focus. Very important. Put that in focus. That's in focus, yeah. Okay. Now, this is not very off-piste, because I'm going with Russell, okay? George Russell. Now, he won in Canada last year, but there's a lot of pressure on him this year, of course, because of Antonelli. Now, I'm one of those people that is a little bit tempered in my praise for Antonelli. Yes, he couldn't have done much better than he's done. He had a fantastic Australian Grand Prix. He finished, I think, 4th. But that's why I predicted he would win his first Grand Prix in China, the very next race. And I was correct. So it's not like I'm ignoring how well Antonelli is driving, but he did have a little bit of help. A little bit of help from Lady Luck to win 3 races on the trot. So was it Japan? It would have been probably Piastri that won there, with Russell second, maybe Antonelli third. Yes, Antonelli was on pole position. In qualifying, I would say he's been extremely good. I would hype up the praise for him in qualifying with those 3 pole positions. Although in China, of course, Russell's qualifying was hampered a little bit. We don't know what would have happened there, but still, Antonelli's done very well. In the races, I don't want to say, it's going to annoy a lot of people, me saying he's been a bit lucky, but he has been a bit lucky. Russell was out of it in Miami, as he says. It's not his sort of circuit. It's too it's too slippery, I think, isn't it? He doesn't like Piastri. He doesn't like slippery circuits or something. Something like that. I can't remember. But low grip. I think low grip circuits Russell doesn't like, or is it the other way around? I think it's low grip that Russell doesn't like. But anyway, he went into Miami thinking he was not going to do well. But he can't use any excuses in Canada, so there's going to be a lot of pressure on Russell. I still think Russell will finish ahead of Antonelli in the championship. Just like I was confident Norris was going to win the championship last year all the way through, I'm also confident that Russell will definitely finish ahead of Antonelli in the championship. And that's not knocking Antonelli, because he's very inexperienced, Antonelli. But I think some people think Antonelli's going to race away and have the championship wrapped up by halfway through. Definitely not. Especially with the return of this guy, because I think Verstappen in the rejuvenated Max Bull. When the Red Bull turns into a Max Bull, you know that Verstappen's going to be on the song. And he was, much to Hadjar's irritation. Verstappen was back on it in Miami, and Hadjar was back down to where Verstappen teammates normally are. I'm glad that Hadjar is so annoyed, taking his hat off, throwing it on the ground and jumping up and down on it in frustration. But I'm glad that Hadjar's annoyed, because it shows he cares, and it shows he's confident. So when he is a distance behind Max, it bothers him. He doesn't just accept it. It bothers him. More so than other Verstappen teammates that there have been. So I still think Hadjar is doing really well, but I think the Red Bull has turned into a Max Bull again. I don't mean that, I'm not talking about favouritism, I'm not suggesting anything like that at all. And what I'm saying is that it becomes the Max Bull because Max is able to get everything out of the car that maybe another driver can't. So the other driver's driving a Red Bull, Max is driving a Max Bull, gets the max out of it. So it's not an accusation about favouritism or anything like that, even though, of course, the team would favour Max, obviously. But they wouldn't try to give him better equipment than Isaac Hadjar, because they don't need to. They don't need to do that with Max's teammates. Right, so, and in third, but he's back on song, because in Miami, I know he messed up the start in Miami, just as he did in 2025. He messed up the start and knocked Norris down, and that allowed Piastri to come through for an easy win last year in Miami. This year, Max again made a mistake at the start. So who knows where he would have been. I reckon he would have been on the podium. I mean, where did he finish? Was it fourth or fifth in the end? He would have definitely been second or third, wouldn't he? Right, so... or even he might have even won it, of course, in Miami, Max. In third place, I think, will be Norris. Been pretty level with Piastri so far this year. There have been some circuits where Piastri has been better, like in Japan was one, wasn't it? I think pretty much, yeah. And there have been other tracks where Norris has been better, like in Miami. But I do think Norris will take it. I think fourth will probably be Piastri, maybe fifth Leclerc. Obviously sixth will be Hamilton. I mean, predict sixth place for Hamilton every single race, to be honest, because for the last 3 or 4 years, that's been his main finishing position, sixth, both in races and in championships. I hope I'm wrong. I want Hamilton to win every race for the rest of the year and win the championship. But I'm also a bit of a realist, and I think Hamilton is a spent force. Unless anything improves, I can see him leaving at the end of the year, because I don't think he's got a contract beyond this year, I don't think. He's always, as I keep saying, he's always 2 or 3 tenths slower than Leclerc. Even when Hamilton puts in a fantastic lap, Hamilton's done it. He's gone faster than Leclerc. Look at that in testing or qualifying, or in practice or qualifying. Yeah, he's gone. Within 2 or 3 minutes, Leclerc's gone back out again and is 2.5 tenths faster again than Hamilton. So it's only natural. He's a lot younger. He's about 12 years younger. Right, so what will be my amazing thing to happen? I suppose Antonelli not to win the race, I guess. Because I haven't even got Antonelli on the podium. Look at that. I haven't even got him in the top 6. Maybe that's a bit harsh. Maybe I should have... all right, I'll put Antonelli 5th. Piastri will be 4th. Antonelli 5th. And then Leclerc 6th, and and Hamilton has to be 6th, doesn't he? Hamilton 6th, Leclerc 7th. That's the top 7, with maybe Hadjar 8th in the Red Bull, but he can't compete with the Max Bull. So there you go. Now, so far, my predictions, I am, I think, 5 out of 12. I got 5 of the first 6 podiums bang on, podium places bang on. 0 out of the next 6. So I'm 5 out of 12 at the moment. If I can somehow maintain that sort of roughly 50% throughout the year, I'll be happy. The sprint race, well, I don't normally predict the sprint race. I enjoy the sprint race, but it's too short. It's like going into the cinema and watching a Star Wars movie that's only 52 minutes long, and you come out thinking, well, that's, that was a bit of a waste. 52 minutes. I wish they just added it, made the main Grand Prix longer. If the drivers can cope with it and the cars can cope with it, see if you can just make them longer rather than have a sprint race. So there you go. That's my prediction for Canadian Grand Prix. And of course, Alex Palou will win the Indy 500, obviously. Actually, has he won any 500s yet, Alex Palou? Not necessarily. I mean, we've had Ericsson has won one, hasn't he? And also finished runner-up. Sato, Takuma Sato has won 2 Indy 500s. It's drivers definitely have their strengths and weaknesses, but a lot of it is confidence, I think, especially with Takuma Sato. I think he had no confidence when he was in Formula 1, teammates to Jenson Button 20 years ago. He goes to IndyCar, he gets a bit of success, it ups his confidence, and suddenly he's really good, and he's won 2 Indy 500s. Anyway, that's IndyCar. So, yeah, Russell, and it's on at the same time, isn't it? I notice. See, normally the Indy 500 is on the same day as the Monaco Grand Prix. So you can watch the Monaco Grand Prix, if you can get away with this with your wife and kids, which is difficult for me, but you can watch the Monaco Grand Prix, then have a bit of a breather where you can acknowledge that the family exists, that sort of thing, and then you watch the Indy 500. Now, because it's on the same day as the Canadian Grand Prix, and the Canadian Grand Prix is in the same, roughly the same time zone, it means that they clash. So, yeah, I noticed that Sky are showing the Canadian Grand Prix on 2 of their sports channels. Why are you not showing the Indy 500 on one of them and the Canadian Grand Prix on the other one? But anyway, hey, so I don't think you can watch the full unabridged coverage, unfortunately. But anyway, we're here for this, aren't we? So Russell, Verstappen, Norris. Verstappen is a good outside bet for the championship, I think, at the moment. 4th Piastri, 5th Antonelli, 6th Leclerc, 6th Hamilton, 7th Leclerc, 8th Hadjar. Okay, thank you very much, and we'll see how that prediction pans out after the race. Goodbye for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe. Love those subscribers. It doesn't cost anything, so you might as well subscribe. That's what I say. And comment as you wish to. Like the video, all that sort of stuff. Right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I will see you in the next video. Whatever it may be about. Goodbye for now.